I think so. I just need to.
Ladies and gentlemen, we wish you a pleasant good morning. We welcome you to the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County for the 2022 Region 20 Baseball Tournament. Our first semifinal today features the visitors from CCBC Essex versus the home team CCBC Catonsville. Here are the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. Essex is the home team by seed. So let's see this afternoon's starting lineups. First for Catonsville, leading off, left fielder number 29, Roman March. Batting second, the center fielder number 27, Angela Ramirez. Batting third, the right fielder number 8, Alex Elliott. Batting fourth, the designated hitter number 25, Tony DeAngeli. Batting fifth, doing the catching, number 20, Lexis Calderon. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 7, Tomas Martinez. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 3, Noah DeLuca. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 5, Christian Figueroa. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 1, Orlando Perez. And pitching today for Catonsville, number 35, Patrick Bauer. For Essex, who is the home team by seed, leading off, left fielder, number 10, Huáscar Vicente Martinez. Batting second, the shortstop, number 11, J.T. Jimenez. Batting third, the second baseman, number 14, Luis Marrero. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 34, Mitchell Haywood. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 13, Manny Jackson. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 23, Armando Prieto. Batting seventh,
Cardinals actually coming in here as the away team by seed, despite it being their home field.
Thank you for joining us, and we wish best of luck.
They earned themselves a spot here with a victory on Tuesday over Southern Maryland in what was a pretty wild day of baseball that saw an inside the park grand slam in the first game. The number 7 seed CCBC Dundalk Lions, when they took on the number 6 seed Southern Maryland. Yes, you heard that correctly. There was a game that featured an inside the park grand slam. Mercy rule enacted. Southern Maryland advanced to face Catonsville for the right to play here today in this game, and Catonsville came out victorious.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask
earning themselves the number 3 seed.
Rise. We ask our gentlemen to please remove your caps. Please direct your attention to the flag behind the third base.
And now the national anthem.
As we honor America this afternoon with our national anthem.
All right, and we're about underway to play ball here this afternoon from Catonsville, Maryland. The 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. And again, this first game featuring the Essex Knights as the home team versus the Catonsville Cardinals. And again, this is Jimmy Flame bringing you the play-by-play all weekend long. I am jacked to be here, really excited to be here, really excited to have everybody. Posting an impressive 22-4 overall record, division record rather, and a 39-5 overall clip. Definitely the favorites of this entire tournament, but it's baseball. Anything can happen. And 1 overall record, 17-9 in division, earning themselves the number 2 spot this year. And Catonsville comes in at a 26-23 overall clip, 16-9 division record. Just wanted to point out too that in 49 games they have 32 home runs, and their team batting average is pretty a .311 team batting average, and even more impressive, their on-base percentage as a team is .409. We'll see if they can generate some of that action today as the managers are out speaking with the umpires, going over the ground rules here at the start of this tournament. You can only imagine that the rules are going to be the same in every single game, but got to make sure. And because Catonsville is the away team, they'll be batting first here in the top of the first when we get underway, with Roman March leading off in left field, Angelo Ramirez at center field, Alex Elliott over in right field, Tony DeAngeli, the DH today, Alexis Calderon, the catcher, Tomas Martinez at first base, Noah DeLuca at third, Chris Figueroa at second base, and Orlando Perez Jr. at short. And taking the bump for the Cardinals, Patrick Bauer. And the Essex Knights, taking the bump for them, Todd Murphy. And we'll get to their lineup when they come up. And it looks like they're taking the field now. Both teams huddled on their respective sides. And the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 tournament is about to see its first pitch. From Beltsville, Maryland. He is a freshman, 6-foot freshman. Throws in the mid to upper 80s with his fastball. A 5-2 record, 1 save, 49 2/3 innings pitched this season, an impressive 2.9 ERA. It says here his favorite class is math. That might be a first for a ball player that I've seen. I'm joking.
Leading off for Catonsville, the left fielder number 29, Roman March.
Now heading to the plate. Ready to see first pitch here. Play ball, ladies and gentlemen. Again, this is Jimmy Flame with your play-by-play all weekend. Roman March is stepping in to face Todd Murphy as the tournament is underway. Swings at the first pitch, soft ground to the third, fires over to first for the out. 1 pitch, 1 out for the 5-3 put out.
Fielder number 27, Angelo Ramirez.
Angelo Ramirez getting his first look today as he steps in from the left side. He's in center field this afternoon. He looks, fires, swings at the first pitch. Fouled to the left side for a loud strike. Angelo Ramirez steps out and adjusting the gloves. Fires low and outside for a ball. 1-1 count here in the top of the first, just underway. Looks in. Fires home fastball. Couldn't quite get it. Got out too far ahead of that one and jerked it to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ramirez. He fires home. Gets under that one. Blooper, but doesn't get far enough as it's caught.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 8,
By
Alex Elliott.
Luis Marrero. Just kind of reaching up and putting that one down. 2 outs. That brings Alex Elliott to the plate, starting in right field today and batting from the right side. Here comes the pitch. Gets under that one, drives it to center, drops for a base hit. First base hit of the game. Alex Elliott is on.
Batting fourth, the designated
Cardinals are in
number
business.
25, Tony DeAngeli.
Cleanup hitter steps in. Tony DeAngeli today, also batting as the DH. Alex Elliott stands on first. And what was looking like at the very beginning as it was going to be a quick inning, a quick top after the inning, but Elliott was having none of that. And here comes DeAngeli as he looks at a high fastball on the outside. For ball 1. Comes the pitch. Fastball catches the corner for a strike. 1-1 to Tony DeAngeli. Game time temperature around 66 degrees it's a bit hazy out. But we're going to get him in. As he gets under this one, it's popped up. Second and short, converging. Someone's got to call it. And it's taken by the shortstop, L.T. Jimenez.
Base hit, a man left for Catonsville in the first. We played a half inning with no score.
No runs, 1 hit. Essex coming up in a 0-0 ball game.
Leading off for Essex, the left fielder, number 10, Lascar Vicente Martinez.
And welcome back. Bottom of the first, no score. It was a quick top of the first. Saw 1 hit, but nothing doing there other than that. And leading off for the Essex Knights is Lascar Vicente Martinez. He's in left field today. .260 average on the season, couple of home runs, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs, 13 runs and 5 stolen bases. And here comes the pitch. He gets under that one to the right. Drops foul. Patrick Bauer on the bump for the Cardinals. Don't be confused. The Cardinals are pitching in the bottom half of the inning because according to seed, we're playing according to seed today, not according to the field. We are in Catonsville, but the Catonsville Cardinals are. Oh, that was high and it comes flying right back towards me. I'm glad there's a gate in front of me. 1-1 to Vicente Martinez as, again, Catonsville by seed is the away team in this game. But still, it gets under that one to the right, foul. A long foul ball for Vicente Martinez. LT Jimenez is on deck for the Knights. Vicente Martinez with a lead. Bauer looks in, looks down, fires home, a curveball, drops in for a strike. Martinez lead. He's taken off, fires a second. He's in there by a mile with a stolen base. So stolen base for Huáscar Vicente Martinez. Jimenez is a .349 hitter this season. He gets under that one, popped up, and easily caught by the shortstop. So Jimenez is retired.
Batting third for
Call that
Essex, the second
F6.
baseman, number 14, Luis Marrero.
If Deacon Storm's listening, I'm gonna call you out when you know that one call comes up. That's an F6 for the shortstop there. And Luis Marrero, who's playing second base, steps in with a runner on second, one out. No runs just yet. He drives one to center. It's going to fall in the gap. We're going to have one run score as Marrero hustles into second for an RBI double. And Essex is on top 1-0 early here in the bottom of the first.
Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 34, Mitchell Haywood.
As Huáscar Vicente Martinez was running on contact. And Mitchell Haywood steps in, the designated hitter for the Knights. With one out, looking to make his own mark on this game as he looks at a strike on the corner. The Knights dugout has come alive. A lot of chatter coming out of that side. And he tries to lay in a curveball there. Doesn't quite catch the corner. 1-1 count. Bauer looks in, looks back to second. The second baseman is dancing out there a little bit. And umpire calls time. Haywood's played in 34 games this season. Couple of homers, 11 ribbies, 236 average. He scored 21 times and has 2 stolen bases. And he looks at one in the dirt. 2-1. Haywood says his favorite class is law. I'm bringing that up because that was my favorite class too in college. It's a hard one. And it sounded like someone was trying to call time, but we're going to play on, and there's a blooper out to left, and it falls. And coming around third is Marrero. He's going to score. And 0-1 count to Jackson. Bauer gets a sign, peeks over to first, fires over to first, and not in time. Trying to keep Haywood on his toes over there. As Bauer looks in and fires home, another little chopper down, this time down to the left side, a little behind on that swing. 0-2 to Haywood, or rather Jackson, sorry. I was looking at Haywood over there on first. Knights starting out with a fairly aggressive tone here in the bottom of the first early on in this one. And here's a pitch low and inside. 1-2 to Jackson. Armando Prieto is on deck for the Knights. And here comes one of those Frisbee curveballs. He gets a little piece of that one. Count remains 1-2. Bauer looks in. The catcher set up a little bit high there. Looks like he wanted a little bit higher than that. It goes into the dirt for a 2-2 count. Haywood takes his lead. Business.
Batting sixth for Essex, the first baseman, number 23, Armando Prieto.
Armando Prieto steps in. He's playing first today. One-out situation. Bauer in trouble here early. As he looks in, fires home right down the middle, and he hits it right up the middle. Scooped up, fired to first for out number 2, but a run scores as Haywood comes trotting home, and Jackson moves to third. It's 3-0 now, Knights.
Center fielder number 3, Liam Bowers.
Liam Bowers steps in, the center fielder from the left side. With 2 out, and that ball way outside for 1-0 to Bowers. He's got a runner at third here, and that one's just a tad low on the fastball. Bauer falls behind. 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count coming up. Are we going to see a challenge pitch here? Possibly. That was it right there. 2 balls and a strike. 3-0 Knights. And here comes the pitch, a little bit high. Count moves to 3-1. He does have a few bases open, but you don't want to put more runners on. And that was a fastball just missing the corner. And Bowers earns a walk there. And the right fielder, Eric Elliott,
batting 8th for Essex, the
steps
right
in.
fielder number 29, Eric Elliott.
As Lexi's Calderon came from behind the plate to give some signals to his fielders. Just reminding them it's 2 outs. Force play is on. And a big swing there to miss to Elliott for strike 1. Catonsville trailing early in this one, 3-0. Bauer looks in. Runners take their leads. Elliott takes a big hack at it. Long fly ball. Deep to right field. It's back, back, back. It's gone. It hits the tree. Wow. And Elliott has just blown this game open. It's 5-0 Knights.
Batting ninth for Essex.
Actually, 6-0. Sorry, I'm not good at math. And Alvin Corella, the third baseman, steps in to take his hacks. The Knights threatening to bat around already here in the bottom of the first. As the top of the order waits on deck. And baseball can be a really cruel game sometimes. As the comes too far inside on that one. Needless to say, that's a ball in every league. Again, that one out of the air, and finally this inning comes to an end as the Knights put up 6 on 5 hits. Top of the second. Coming up, it's a 6-0 ball game.
For Essex in the bottom of the first, 6 runs, 5 hits, nobody left. 1 complete. Essex 6, Catonsville 0.
And we are back.
Leading
off for the Cardinals.
The number 5 batter, catcher, number 20, Lexis Calderon.
Don't know if you guys heard that from the PA announcer, but this is Lexis Calderon taking his swings here in the top of the second, hitting a 291 clip this season as he looks in at a ball. 4 home runs, 14 RBIs, and 15 big runs. No stolen bases. Gets under that one. It's fouled back behind us, behind the booth back here. One and one count. Catonsville's got some work to do, being down 6-0 early in this one. And that one falls outside for ball 2. Fires home. Oh, gets a glove on it, but no one's going to get to that one. Oh, wait, he beat it out. Sorry, the fence got in the way of my viewing right here. And he fires back first. Chases Calderon back. Gets his uniform a little bit dirty there. And here comes the pitch. Swings at a huge curveball to the outside. A really good curveball there. It started as a strike and just floated way to the outside. Nobody was going to get that one. 0-2, swing and a miss. So Martinez has a seat, and that's the first strikeout of the ball game.
Batting 7th for Catonsville, the third baseman, number 3, Noah DeLuca.
Noah DeLuca steps in. Playing third base today. He looks at a fastball to the outside. 1-0. 1 out. Runner on first. Catonsville looking to bite into this 6-0 deficit here. There's a swing and a miss for a strike. 1-1 to Noah DeLuca. Chris Figueroa is on deck. So we will see him, barring a double play. Here's the pitch. Gets under, that was a foul. It might stay in play. First baseman under it. And he makes the catch as he's falling to the ground for out number 2. So that's a foul fly out, however you call it, to first.
Batting 8th for Catonsville, the second baseman, number 5, Christian Figueroa.
And Christian Figueroa steps in for the first time today. He's playing second. 2 outs here with a runner on first. Catonsville trailing by 6. It's 6-0 early in this one. And there's a fastball high and outside. As Calderon takes the lead. Murphy looks over, fires home, inside. Doesn't catch the corner there. It's a pretty tough pitch to lay off there. There's high inside fastballs. And he checks his swing, but, oh, we got a collision out there at second base. Wow. As Marrero was playing the ball there, and Calderon collides with him, and he's going to be out. So just like that, the inning's over. And I'm going to try and figure out how to score this one, but
no runs, a base hit.
No runs, 1 hit.
On the second inning and a half, Essex 6, Catonsville 0.
Bottom of the second coming up. It's 6-0. Knights. Noon, featuring the visiting CCBC Catonsville Cardinals and the home Essex Knights. Catonsville, the visitors, via seating. I was hoping I could say that correctly. But somebody's got a McGriddle up here in the booth, and that thing looks delicious. At any rate, we've got a pitching change here for the Cardinals. Dan Delaney's in now, relieving Patrick Bauer, who gave up 6 runs in that crazy first inning. Delaney comes in with a 8.65 ERA, 2 wins, 5 losses,
number 10,
no saves in 34 and a third innings pitched. He does have 20 Ks on the season. And Delaney faces the top of the order here as the Knights almost batted around in that first inning. There was a big debate last week on what justifies batting around. Is it 10 batters or 9 batters? Nevertheless, we're at the top of the order as Oscar Vicente Martinez steps in, and he gets hit by the first pitch. So he'll trot down to first on an HBP. Pretty sure that's not how Delaney envisioned his start.
Shortstop number 11, LT Jimenez.
Vicente Martinez did score in that 6-run first. And now he's standing on first. And LT Jimenez, the shortstop, steps in as he flew out to short at his first at bat. So he's 0 for 1 today, and he looks at a high fastball. 1-0. As Jimenez steps back in, and there's a pickoff attempt, more or less a get back there attempt. Vicente Martinez returns to first, no problem. But he can run. And the Cardinals not wanting to give up too much more in this one early on. So Delaney's going to have his eyes on Martinez over there. But he misses that pitch. Falls to 2-0 on the count. Jimenez digs back in. And he looks at another ball. 3-0. Delaney looks over in the dugout. And now he looks home. Fires home. Finally gets a strike. 3-1. Martinez with the lead. He's going. Big swing and a miss. Although he did get a little piece of it, but the catcher holds on, and Martinez hustles up to second. Full count. Top two. Essex leads 6-0. And swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Jimenez has a seat for the first out of the inning.
Second baseman number 14, Luis Marrero.
And here comes Luis Marrero, who doubled his first at bat and also scored. Martinez ties his shoes, and now he's taking his lead. As Delaney looks in. Marrero awaits the pitch. And he fires home. Curveball falls in there for a strike. Fires home, gets under that one. There's a shot to the gap and left. It drops in. Martinez is coming around to score. It's a 7-0 ball game on the double by Marrero.
Designated hitter number 34, Mitchell Haywood.
So that's his second double of the game. And Martinez scores for the second time. And Mitchell Haywood steps in. He singled in his first at bat. Looking to add more here with a runner on second, 1 out. Delaney looks in. Fires in there for a strike. Catcher Manny Jackson's on deck. Delaney looks back. And he fires home. Way outside. 1-1 count. Haywood digging in. Here comes the pitch. Fastball high and outside. Delaney falls to 3-1. With 1 out here in the top of the second. Essex with a comfortable lead here, 7-0 early on in the 2022. And there's a little tapper foul. Runs the count full. This is the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 tournament, as Catonsville earned the number 3 spot with a win, with a victory this past Tuesday, a play-in win. As Delaney looks back, fires home, and there's a pop foul. Third baseman converging and just runs out of room over there on the the Cardinals dugout side. We'll come back and do this one again. Full count. Infield playing back slightly. And there's a A shot to second, scoops it out of the dirt. Fires the first for the out. 2 outs.
Catcher number 13, Manny Jackson.
And that brings Manny Jackson to the plate. Doubled in his first at bat. He's got a man on third here to work with. 2 outs, top second. Delaney trying to get out of this one with minimal damage as he fires home. And there's a shot to second. Picks it up, fires the first for out number 3.
One run, one hit, a hit batsman, and one left.
Got a run and a hit. It's 7-0, Essex Knights. Catonsville coming to bat. And we are back, leading off for the Cardinals, Orlando Perez Jr., the shortstop. He's hitting .273.
In the third for Catonsville, shortstop number 1, Orlando Perez Jr.
With 4 home runs, 26 ribbies. Scored 34 times, 5 stolen bases. Making his first plate appearance in this one, and that ball misses high and outside. 1-0. He fires home, gets under that one. Oh, the bat goes flying towards the dugout. Wow. I was just going to say the same thing. I'm pretty sure that's a strike. Wow. It is a bit hazy out, a little humid out, just a little bit. Maybe that had something to do with it. He is wearing batting gloves, so who knows? It is the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 tournament, so I guess anything could happen, right? Including there's a fastball to the outside. Called strike on the corner. Catonsville looking to make something happen here, and that one's way outside as Orlando Perez Jr. works the count full here. And here comes the pitch. Challenges him with a fastball. He gets under that one, but the left fielder backs up. It's over his head. Perez Jr. is rounding first, and he's going to get in with a stand-up double to lead off the third. And have yourself a hit. Back to the top of the order.
Left fielder number 29, Roman March.
Roman March steps in, the left fielder. Ground out to third in his first plate appearance. He's got a runner in scoring position here with no outs, as the Cardinals need to make something happen. As he looks at a strike right there. Looked like a bit of a sailing cutter that got in there. March digs back in. Perez Jr. takes a pretty big lead out there at second, and nobody's covering anyway. Hits one on the ground, scooped up by the second baseman, fires the first for the out, but Perez moves to third.
Center fielder number 27, Angelo Ramirez.
Angelo Ramirez, sorry. I was looking at something else while I'm trying to talk. Angelo Ramirez steps in as he popped out in the infield for an out in the first inning, his first plate appearance. Right now he's working with a runner at third and one out. And curveball. Doesn't get around on it though. Strike one. Todd Murphy still on the mound, throwing one heck of a game so far, and there's a swing and a miss by Angelo Ramirez as he falls behind in the count 0-2. He'd love to just at least get a ground ball here to get something, get a run scored. But at 0-2, he's going to be protecting, and there's a pass ball, and here comes Perez Jr., who's going to score the first run of the day for the Cardinals. So it's 7-1, Essex. One-two count to Ramirez. He fires home, and that one's foul down the first base side. His first at bat. And he steps in with one out here in the third. Looking to keep 0 for 1 so far today. And Murphy fires home. And that one does not catch the corner. One to 0 to D'Angeli. Lexi's Calderon's on deck. And here comes the pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1-1. As D'Angeli looks in. And he looks at a called strike. 1-2. D'Angeli kind of smothering the plate there, and that one's way inside. Perhaps exasperated a bit by where he's standing in the box. And he gets a little piece of that one, fouled back. Count stands 2-2. Murphy looks over to first, but he comes home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 to end the inning. But not before the Cardinals finally get on the board. One run, 2 hits. It's 7-1 Knights. We head to the bottom of the third. I'll be right back. 7-1.
Essex first baseman number 23, Armando Prieto.
I'm sitting right next to the announcer. Let him talk first. It's 7-1 here in the bottom of the third. Essex Knights lead the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. And Armando Prieto steps in for the Knights. 0 for 1 today. He gets under that one, but straight to the center fielder, who's right there for the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Center fielder number 3, Liam Bowers.
Liam Bowers steps in. He scored in his first at-bat. Reached on a walk. Dig it in from the left side. And here's the pitch. 2 in, 2 low, 1 ball. And here comes the delivery. 2 far and 2 outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Liam Bowers. The 2-0 pitch. High. Not a hello, but a high. Correct? 3-0 to Liam Bowers. He's a .338 hitter on the season with a home run and 8 RBIs. And he looks at that one to the outside. He's going to take a walk down to first base with his second walk of the game.
Right fielder number 29, Eric Elliott.
And that brings Eric Elliott.
No hits, nobody left for Essex in the third.
It's 7-1 Knights. I'll be right back. And welcome back to the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. First game of the day here from Catonsville, Maryland. And Catonsville trails the Essex Knights 7-1 in this one. Top of the fourth. Thomas Martinez steps in for his second plate appearance. He struck out back in the second. Todd Murphy still in. Swing and a miss for a strike.
Catcher number 20, Lexis Calderon.
There's a ball to the outside. This is actually Lexis Calderon at the plate. So that's my first forgivable mistake of the day, right? Thomas Martinez is on deck. 1-2. Swing and a miss for a strikeout. Throw it down to first. It's a foul to Martinez, who takes a big hack at that one. Falls behind 0-2. And he looks, It's a lot of discipline right there to just look that one all the way in. It was one of those like scooping frisbee type curveballs. And he swings and miss. Swings. Can't get that one. Strike 3. So that's 2 strikeouts in a row for Todd Murphy.
Third baseman number 3, Noah DeLuca.
And it looks like they might. And who we got over there in the bullpen? I do see an arm over there. Matt Height's in the bullpen right now, and it looks like they're going to bring him in. Nope, Height's going to stay over there. He's going to continue throwing in the bullpen. And who do we have on the mound here? Who's on the mound?
Pitching change for Essex, now doing the pitching, number 30, Ian Babby.
So it's Ian Babby taking the mound here. And I'll get you Todd Murphy's final numbers here shortly. But Ian Babby's a 6-foot freshman from Reston, Virginia. Went to South Lakes High School. 2-0 on the season, 12 appearances. He does have a save in 20 innings pitched. 3.15 ERA and 28 big strikeouts. You do the math on that one. 28 strikeouts in 20 innings. As he gets his warm-up pitches in here. So decision there to rest, not work Todd Murphy too hard, even though he was throwing pretty much a gem there, giving up just 4 hits and 1 earned run. Actually, no, it wasn't even an earned run. No earned runs, 1 run. Because the run that was scored was on a pass ball. But it's Ian Babby's game right now. And Noah DeLuca steps in with 2 outs. And he gets under that one, down the left field line, foul. So that's a very loud strike right there. Just too much hook on that one. If DeLuca can get on, Chris Figueroa will get to the plate this inning. He collided with the second baseman in the last inning, if you recall. And there's a looping curve. Doesn't hit the mark. 1-1. Ian Babby looks in, and he fires home inside. There's another pull down to the left side, but way foul. DeLuca looking at a 1-2 count. Cardinals trying to get something going here. And he's down left field side again, and that's hook and foul. Count remains 1-2. Someone's got one of those little golf carts driving around the sidewalk out there outside the ball field here. Beautiful baseball field surrounded by trees. And he gets under that one, foul. Count's going to hold 1-2. Catonsville with just 1 run so far, and that was on a pass ball. And he hits it up the middle for a base hit. So DeLuca gets on with a single, and that brings Chris Figueroa to the plate.
Second baseman, number 5.
Figueroa from North Arlington, New Jersey. A 305 hitter, 11 RBIs. Looking to improve on that right here, perhaps. And he looks at a ball too high. 1-0. And Babby's just not even paying attention over there. Not even worried about that runner. I suppose with a 7-1 lead. A 1-1 count to Figueroa. Fires. Lines that one down to the left field, but way foul. 2-2. Keeping DeLuca on his toes over there. As Babby comes in, there's a line drive center field. It gets down. And around second, DeLuca around third. He's going to score the second run of the ball game. And Figueroa in with a 2-out RBI double. DeLuca comes all the way from first to score.
Shortstop number 1, Orlando Perez Jr.
It's now 7-2 Knights as Catonsville's slowly digging into that lead this inning. And Orlando Perez Jr., who scored on the pass ball in the last inning, he also doubled, if you recall. He steps in with a runner on second and 2 outs, trailing by 5. Babby steps off. And the field umpire is going to warn Babby. Figueroa takes his lead. Perez Jr. digs in. Here comes the pitch. Misses outside for ball 1. Cardinals dugout has come alive. Both dugouts chatter. Having a little bit of a shout contest here. There's a swing, foul. It drops the bat. Almost falls over. Babby looks in. Checks the runner. Comes home. Does not get the call. (2-1) to Perez Jr. Fires home way too high. The Cardinals dugout really coming alive now. 3-1 count. Figueroa with a big lead out at second. Babby looks back, fires home. Ground ball, third base, scooped up, fires all the way across the diamond to first, scoops it out of the dirt for out number 3. But not before the Cardinals put up another run.
Catonsville a run, 2 hits and 1 left.
It's 7-2, Knights lead. I'll be right back. And we're back. 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament.
Third baseman number 2, Alvin Corella.
Alvin Corella stepping in. A .291 hitter coming into this game on the season. From Archbishop Curley High School right here in Baltimore. And he swings and gets a piece of it. Foul. He flew out to second base in his first at-bat, so he's putting himself together an 0-1 day so far. But the Knights are leading 7-2 in this one. He fires inside. 1-1. As Dan Delaney is still on the bump for the Cardinals. And fires in, gets a piece of that one, fouled straight back, and it lands just a few feet behind me. If I didn't have the headset on, I might have taken a shot at that one. Yes, I heard that. Two-one count, and that was just a little bit outside. Delaney looks in. Corella digs in, and he laces that one down to left field side. Foul. Just a little bit too far ahead of that one. Delaney looks in. Fires home, and it's rocked. That was rocketed right back at him into center field for a base hit. Back to the top of the order. Brings Wasker Vicente Martinez back to the plate, who scored
Top of the order for Essex.
in both of his plate appearances.
Number 10, Wasker Vicente Martinez.
He's got a walk and a hit on the day. And right here, he's got a runner on first with no outs, as his team enjoys a 7-2 lead as we get deeper into this one. Opening game of the day for the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. As Calderon looks the runner back. And here comes the Delaney pitch. Squares the bunt. He does get it down, and the third baseman can't get his hand on it. Still gets it, fires way over the head of the first baseman. And here comes Corella all the way around to score. Wow. Let me sort this one out here for a second. But Vicente Martinez ends up on second base. And that's definitely an E somewhere. I just got to figure this out here for a second. LT Jimenez, the shortstop, steps in to take his cracks here. As the Knights now lead 8-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. On a wild play there. A fastball catches the corner for a strike. Vicente Martinez takes his lead. Jimenez looks in, and Martinez has to get back. Jimenez struck out in his last at-bat, flew out to short. And he squares the bunt as well, gets it down. Pitcher comes in, fires to first. Gets him out, but the runner, Vicente Martinez, moves up to third. That's one out.
Second baseman number 14, Luis Marrero.
I'm surprised we haven't seen more bunt attempts with the way this field plays, but we've seen 2 in a row. And this one moves the runner to third. And Luis, he's got runners at first and third right now with 1 out. We'll see how this one plays out. As Delaney looks in and fires home, he squares the bunt, but nothing doing there as he pulls back. 1-0. And Delaney fires home. He squares the bunt again, gets it down, first base side. He's trying to run it out, and Delaney pitched. But Vicente Martinez scores, extending the lead. It's now 9.
Catcher number 13, Manny Jackson.
2 outs. Manny Jackson steps to the plate. 1 for 2 today with a double. He's also scored a run. Delaney looks back at second and fires home inside. Ball 1. The runner takes his lead. And here comes the pitch, high and outside. So Jackson works a 2-0 count, the proverbial hitter's count. We'll see if we get a challenge pitch here. And he throws it to the outside. 3-0. Here's the pitch. Inside. So he draws a walk.
First baseman number 23, Armando Prieto.
And Armando Prieto steps in. 0 for 2 today. But here he has runners at first and second with 2 outs. As Delaney looks to second, comes home, and he takes a big hack at that one, but just gets a piece of it for a foul ball. So Prieto taking his time to get back in. He did take a pretty healthy hack at that last pitch. And here we go. Delaney looks in. Runners take their leads. No holds. Delaney delivers. And a big swing and a miss right there. As Prieto falls to 0-2. Nine-2 is the score here. Knights have the lead. They are the home team in this one by seeding. And here comes the pitch. Runner goes. Gets under that one. Foul ball into the trees. Count stays 0-2. Expecting cloud coverage pretty much all day long here for the first games of the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 tournament. As Delaney looks the runner back. They were going in the last pitch. See if they all go here. The 0-2 pitch. And the umpire calls time. And they're going to call a balk, and the runners are going to advance. So the force play is taken away. And the Cardinals just can't really catch a break here. Nevertheless, the 0-2 pitch, 2 outs. Fires home, and he looks at that one outside. 1-2. Got some action in the Cardinals bullpen. Here comes the pitch, and it eats some dirt, but nice block. Like Calderon back there. The 2-2 pitch. Essex threatening right. Someone over there just said, wow.
Center fielder number 3, Liam Bowers.
And here comes the skipper. Dan Blue makes his way to the mound. He takes the ball, and we're going to have a pitching change here, but wow, Prieto first hits that monster foul ball. I'm telling you, like y'all know, we don't usually talk about foul balls around here. But that ball, I mean, it probably traveled, I would just wild guess, like well over 400 feet. That was just crazy. Raw power, and then he turns around and hits an opposite field single. I can't even talk right now. My brain is just so, I don't know. It's just mush right now from that, just thinking about how far that ball went. But needless to say, it's an 11-2 ball game.
Now doing the pitching number 6, Julian Fuller.
Essex enjoying an 11-2 lead here. We're approaching the mercy rule, which in the tournament is 10 runs after 5, 8 after 7. And they're just about there. But coming in to pitch for the Cardinals, Julian Fuller from Cleveland, Ohio. A freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, Shaker Heights High School. He's appeared in 11 games. 16 in the third innings pitched, 6 Ks, 7.71 ERA. He's just trying to stop the bleeding here as he steps in for Delaney. The chat is open. If you're tuned into YouTube, watching or listening, the chat's open. Go on, jump in the chat. Let's talk about this tournament. We're here all day in this first game. Frederick coming up in the second game. In this one, it's the Essex Knights and the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals in a game that's really gotten away from the Cardinals here on their home field. And they are the away team due to seating, but nevertheless, it's their field. And here we go. He waits the pitch, and it's a little high, a little outside. Liam Bowers looks at a ball. 2-0. Two outs, a runner at first. Essex up by 9. There's a ball. 3-0 to Bowers. As Fullers looks in and fires home. Too high, too outside. And Bowers is on. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. That's a BB right there.
Right fielder center fielder number 29, Eric Elliott.
Eric Elliott steps to the plate. Rolled into a double play his last at bat, but with that monster shot back in the first inning, sort of setting the tone
Right
of this
fielder,
game.
Eric Elliott.
And Prieto's going to come out of the game, it looks like. Pinch runner. And as soon as I transfer that information, pinch runner at second. Elliott digs in again, who already has 1 home run today, and he just looks at a ball high and inside. Fuller hasn't really thrown anything close just yet. And there's one right there. And, of course, because it's baseball, the second I say something, the opposite happens. So 1-1 count. Lefty on lefty matchup here. And there's a pitch, gets under that one. Foul. So Fuller's worked his way back into this one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 on. Cardinals trail by 9. Fuller looks back, fires home, right down the middle, and that's a foul ball. Count remains 1-2. The Knights with 11 runs on just 8 hits. You don't see that kind of lopsidedness that often, but you do today, and there's a curveball. Oh, missing. 2-2. I mean, that one barely missed. As Fuller looks back, fires home, and he gets a piece of it. Foul ball, hanging in there. Alvin Corrella's on deck. Should, oh my word. I think everybody was running off was ready to exit the field there. Full count to Eric Elliott. Wow. I'd almost throw that one again just to see if the umpire changes his mind. Nevertheless, he misses on the outside for a walk. Bases loaded.
Third baseman number 2, Alvin Corella.
Alvin Corella steps in. He's 1 for 2 today. Run scored. And here comes the pitch from Fuller, high and outside. The Knights perhaps looking to end this one due to the mercy rule. And there's a strike to the corner. 1-1. A couple of baseball fans showing up for this 2022 NJCAA Region 20 tournament. And there's a ripper scooped up by the first baseman. He gets up, runs to first, hits the bag for the out, and finally the inning's over. It's a 9-run ball game. Essex Knights 11, Catonsville Cardinals 2. we head to the 5th. I'll be right back.
4 runs for Essex in the 4th.
All right, and we're back, and yeah, I'm sure everyone out there heard me talking about the hot dog.
The order for Catonsville, left fielder number 29, Roman March.
We're back to the top of the order for Catonsville. Roman March steps in. 0 for 2 today. Cardinals need to get something going here. Cardinals need to get something going here as they trail 11-2 here in the top of the 5th. And March, the lefty, steps in. Gets a hack at it. Dribbles down the third base side, and it's going to stay fair. So there you go. Roman March is on with an infield hit to start off the top of the 5th.
Center fielder number 27, Angelo Ramirez.
Alvin Corella opting to kind of cross his fingers on that one, actually, over there at third, hoping the ball would dribble foul, but it didn't. It stayed fair. And March is on. The march is on. I can't believe I didn't come up with outside corner. Outside corner for strike 1. Elliott twirls his bat. Interestingly, leaving one of his batting gloves. Oh, strike 2. Elliott leaving one of his batting gloves loose. I don't know if that was on purpose, as it looks like he strapped it back on there. And Babby looks in, gets the sign. He likes it. Here comes the pitch. And he bloops it out. It's going to drop for a base hit. And Roman March looked like he was going to round third, but he got tripped up over there, and he does a fantastic accidental head-first slide into third. So Ramirez moves to second. March is at third.
25, Tony DeAngeli.
Elliott at first. Bases are loaded for Tony DeAngeli, who's 0 for 2 today. Cardinals with an opportunity, and that one falls in for a strike. Big looping curveball by Babby. Oh and 1. As Babby doesn't even look over, he fires home, misses high for a ball. Runners take their leads. No one's holding. Babby just focused on home plate, and he tries to get that curveball over again. Falls outside. 2 and 1. And there's a pitch. Ground ball, bounces over to third baseman's head. 1 run's going to score, and 2 runs are going to score, and that's a 2 RBI single for DeAngeli. As I fix my scorecard here real quick.
Catcher number 20, Lexis Calderon.
It's now 11-4, and Lexis Calderon, the catcher, steps in. Let me catch up on my scoring real quick here. Got runners at first and second. Still no outs, and Calderon looks at a ball. It's Alex Elliott out on second base. There we go. Calderon looks in. Fires home. Oh, gets a piece of that one. Flies straight back for a foul. Cardinals showing some life here. Still trail by 7 runs. And he looks that one in. Strike 2. 1-2 count. And Babby looks back, fires home, and Calderon gets a little piece of it. Umpire jumps up to let everybody know, hold on, hold your horses. Umpire was given some sort of bullpen instruction. Not sure what that was all about, but needless to say, the 1-2 pitch. Home, curveball foul. Just slightly ahead of that one. And Calderon will come back and do it again. Both bullpens are busy. We got, trying to count how many pitchers are down there in the Cardinals bullpen. There's one throwing, but there's a lot of bodies over there. So I think one's a coach just making sure that no errant foul balls hits anybody. There's a shot down the right side. Foul. Couple of more inches to the left, and that's a big hit for Calderon. But he's going to come back and do it again. Counts 1-2. No outs still. Runners at first and second. Cardinals looking to, oh, there's a drive. Deep left field. See you later. No doubter. Lexi's Calderon lights this place on fire with a 3-run shot. And just like that, the Cardinals are right back in it. They trail 11-7, and there's still no outs here in the top of the 5th. And what a shot. I got a lot of coloring to do here on the score, on my scorecard. Wow. I might have to tweet this one. And I'm smelling those hot dogs now. Oh, yeah, they're cooking right behind me. Hey, baseball great. In what looked to be a game that the Knights were just going to completely run away with. The Cardinals have put up a 5-piece here in the top of the 5th. Highlighted by a monster home run by Lexi's Calderon. And I remember calling a game back in Dundalk. Shout out to the Dundalk Lions, by the way. But I remember calling a game at Dundalk, and Calderon really impressing with his bat there. And today he just, I mean, no doubter, all the way up, about halfway up to that tree line. And there's a swing and a miss to Tomas Martinez, who struck out twice today.
First baseman number 7, Tomas Martinez.
But Calderon continues to just mash the ball. And here's a ball in the dirt to Martinez, 1-1. And as a reminder, the comment section is open. You want to, I mean, you got an opinion about that home run? Put it in the comments. And there's a fly ball out to left. Left fielder is tracking it down. He can't get to it. He lost it, perhaps in the haze. But that's going to be scored as an error, and Martinez is going to advance all the way up to second. And the inning continues for the Cardinals. No outs. They've already put up 5. They've got a runner in scoring position again. And Noah DeLuca steps to the plate, singled in his last at bat. He's having a 1-for-2 day. Scored in the 4th inning. And just what a turn of events. I mean, just like that. 1 inning. Cardinals are right back in it. DeLuca looks on. He fires home, swing and a miss for a strike. Ian Babby's still out on the bump for the Knights. The Knights bullpen is active right now. We've got a thrower. Oh, looks like Martinez was threatening to run there, but he stays put. 1-1 count to Noah DeLuca. But yeah, get in the comments. You want to talk about the game, discuss the game. They're open. Make sure you hit the subscribe button too. That way you can be notified anytime there's a game or an outing. 2-1 count coming up to Noah DeLuca. As suddenly, Ian Babby's having some trouble here, and he fires in a strike. Babby looks back to second and fires home, and DeLuca gets under it, but it's foul. It's going to be, almost. First baseman almost got to it. Emmanuel Maldonado is over there playing first. He's subbed in for Prieto. In case I forgot to mention that to you guys earlier. And DeLuca just gets a little piece of that one and saves his at-bat. Count remains 2-2. Runner at first. The 2-2 pitch. Babby playing a little cat and mouse there. Oh, almost tags DeLuca with a little, looked like a changeup that might have got away from him. Not much of a break on it. The pitch gets a piece of it, foul. Runner at second, no outs. And what's turning into a very long inning for Ian Babby. But he's out there nevertheless. Full count. Here's the pitch. Gets under it, popped him up. Catcher calls for it. Someone better call for it. And yes, it is taken by Manny Jackson. So 1 out. DeLuca pops out to the catcher. And that brings Chris Figueroa to the plate.
Second baseman number 5, Christian Figueroa.
(11-7). Cardinals put up 5 in this one, in this inning alone. And Figueroa fouls it. Strike 1. So prior to this inning, the Cardinals were down by 9 runs. And Lexi's Calderon wasn't having none of that as he launched a monster home run earlier in this inning. 1-1 count. Pitch, swing and a miss. Figueroa falls to 1-2. Working with the runner at second. As Babby looks in and fires home. Oh, there's a drive to center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. And around third, he's going to score. Digging into that lead. Martinez comes around to score. It's now a 3-run game.
Orlando Perez Jr.
Essex 11, Catonsville 8. And talk about a turn of events. As we suddenly have a close one here. And there's a ball to Orlando Perez Jr. Babby looks in, fires, doesn't even look over to first, even though Figueroa can be a steal threat. But I think Babby's more worried about getting out of this one than anything else. 6 runs in the inning so far. Fastball catches the corner. Babby accepts the sign, fires home, and there's a little chopper foul. Two count, 1 out, 1 on first. Cardinals slowly just clawing their way back into this one. They came into the inning down by 9 runs. Now they trail by just 3. Here in the opening game of the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. And we were expecting a good one, and this is exactly what it's turned out to be. There's a fastball on the ground. It gets by the third baseman. And there's a base hit for Orlando Perez Jr. And Figueroa moves up to second on the single.
We go top of the order, left fielder number 29, Roman March.
Back to the top of the order. Roman March steps in as he reached on a base hit earlier. He's put himself together a good tournament so far in this opening game. One for 3 on the day as he looks, gets under that one. A long fly ball, deep right field. Right fielder chasing it back. It's out of here. You've got to be kidding me. Holy, you know what I can't say on the air. Roman March does it with a 3-run shot to tie this one up 11 apiece. And you got to be kidding me. Wow. That Cardinals bench is fired up, and the Knights are just over there in their dugout looking like, what just happened? Oh, my word.
Center fielder number 27, Angelo Ramirez.
We've got a tie ball game. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, things were looking grim for the Cardinals. And this inning, I don't know what happened, but their bats just came alive. 2 gigantic home runs, 2 huge home runs. This last one by Roman March. And I'm running out of room on my scorecard. Definitely tweet-worthy. I might have to take a picture of this one and send it out later. Which, if you are on Twitter, Look me up at Jimmy Flame 77 on Twitter. That's Jimmy Flame 77. That's the number 77. Jimmy Flame 77 on Twitter. Wow.
We have a pitching change for Essex.
Unbelievable.
Number 21, Joey Galloway.
So Joey Galloway is going to step into pitch as Ian Babby exits. I mean, he was looking really, really, really sharp there up until this inning. Todd Murphy started the game, if you recall. And then he was replaced by Ian Babby, who's given up. I'll get his numbers here shortly. But Joey Galloway steps in to try and stop the bleeding here in the fifth. The top of the fifth is the Cardinals showing a lot of grit here. I mean, they were trailing by 9 runs. It looked like we were on our way to one of those mercy rule games. And just like that, a couple of home runs, a couple of hits, a lot of patient hitting. And the Cardinals are not just back in it, but they've tied it. It's a new ball game. And Angelo Ramirez is going to step in to face Joey Galloway with just 1 out. Nice pop on that fastball. I don't know if that's any indication of what he's going to throw in real time. But here we are, the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. Wow. Delivering. And that's an understatement. If I had a more refined vocabulary, I'd use it here. But Angelo Ramirez steps in. He's looking, squares the bunt, pulls back, 1-0. Galloway fires in, catches the corner for a strike. 1-1. Got 14 big hits up there on the scoreboard for the Cardinals. And, I mean, just a turn of events. Wow. Two and one. As Ramirez steps out, digs back in. Galloway looks in, gets his sign. Fires home. And it's high and outside. 3-1. This inning alone, I think I've seen 2 of the farthest, hardest hit home runs that I've seen all season long by any team. And there's a swing, gets a piece of it. Strike. Full count coming up. Ramirez digs in. And the pitch. And he swings and misses. Strike 3 for the second out. Perhaps feeling a little bit of relief here. And Galloway getting that strikeout. That brings Alex Elliott to the plate, who singled already this inning and scored a run. And he looks at a strike called on the inside. Galloway sets up, delivers, and he dribbles down the third base side foul. 0-2 pitch coming up. Tony DeAngeli on deck, who's already scored this inning as well. I mean, you could pretty much go backwards in the order from this point, and almost everyone scored this inning. And just like that, Galloway comes in, stops the bleeding here, but we got a tie ball game. It's 11-11, and in this inning, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, wow, 9 runs scored by Catonsville, and they're back in it just like that. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Knight's coming up. I'll be right back.
Nine runs across for Catonsville in the top of the 5th. We've reached the halfway mark. We are even at 11.
I started falling asleep back here. Come on, man. It's a tournament. Let's step it up a little bit. Wow, that's your wish. Those are probably two of the hardest hit home runs I've seen all year.
Yeah, that one, the left field was bomb.
Yeah. And then the foul ball. That was like 430 feet, dude. It was like it hit the freaking concrete way up there. And I'm like, what? You're a junior college player hitting the ball? What? That's crazy.
Yeah, give him 2 years.
Yeah. Get the form
Once he
down.
slims out a little bit and builds muscle off of that guy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's been some hard hit balls in this one. These guys are ready to play, that's for sure.
And now that the rain stopped, there's really nothing coming down. It's,
right.
Now we're in premium ball weather. The field, I imagine, is somewhat dry.
And we are back. New ball game. Bottom of the 5th, it's tied 11-11. The Knights led by 11-2 until the last inning. And talk about tournament baseball. Both of these clubs have showed up and delivered. Swing.
Top of the order for Essex in the 5th.
Fouled back.
Fielder number 10, Wasker Vincente Martinez.
Wasker Vincente Martinez digs in. Fuller with the pitch, low and inside. 1-1 count. I was marveling during the break over how hard some of these balls have been hit in this game. And there's one in the dirt. 2-1. Fuller with a relatively slow windup. He's kind of got a really interesting hesitancy to his kick. And I've noticed that some of these batters are getting a little bit ahead when he does that on their swings anyway. And he gets under that one, pops to second. He's under it, makes the catch for the first out. That brings LT Jimenez to the plate.
Number 11, LT Jimenez.
He struck out earlier. Flied out to short. And here he digs into the ball. There's a pitch. Third base line, it's foul. Not by much, but it's foul. Count remains 2-2. As Jimenez digs in, the 2-2 pitch. Fuller fires inside, fists it, and it's caught by the second baseman for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. Luis Marrero steps in. He scored twice. He's got a walk and 2 doubles.
Second baseman number 14, Luis Marrero.
Having a 2-for-2 day. Fuller delivers. And he, not able to sneak that one in. Got a ball and no strikes. Here's the pitch, and he laces this one to the gap in right center. Dives, can't get it. And Luis Marrero is in with another double. It's 3 doubles on the day for Marrero, as he's 3 for 3. Definitely petitioning for tournament MVP with this performance so far.
Mitchell Haywood.
Mitchell Haywood approaches the plate as he'll face down Fuller here in the bottom of the 5th with a runner on second, 2 outs. Looked like it was going to be a pretty quick inning, but with Marrero reaching second, extends the inning, and he drops that one in for a strike. Haywood's 1 for 3 on the day. As he, doesn't catch the corner. 1-1. Fuller looks back. No one's holding, so he fires home, and that one's low for ball 2. 2-1 pitch coming up. 2 outs. And if you're just tuning in, it's a chopper to second. Handles it cleanly, fires to first for the 3rd out. No runs this inning. And I'll finish my my thought when we come back.
We played 5 complete. We are even at 11.
Top of the 6th coming up. 11 all. I'll be right back. And we are back. As I was saying before, the Cardinals were down 11-2 prior to the last inning.
Catonsville, designated hitter number 25, Tony DeAngeli.
And if you heard that, Tony DeAngeli steps in, the designated hitter. But they were down 11-2, and they put up a 9-piece in that last inning. New ball game. I'm still in awe over what we just witnessed. And I'm about to tweet my scorecard for that inning. You'll see how crazy it is. But for now, I got to pay attention to this ball game. So here's a pitch on the inside. Hits DeAngeli, and he's going to trot down to first. And that brings one of the heroes of the last inning, Lexis Calderon, to the plate, who had that monster shot in the last inning. I'm talking, it was one of the hardest hit home runs I have seen all season long, and probably in a few years. And that home run woke this entire, there's a pop out to the catcher. So he's not going to home run this time, but kind of goes quietly here with the first out. And Tomas Martinez steps in. 2 strikeouts on the
First
day.
baseman number
Reached on an
7,
error in
Tomas
his last plate.
Martinez.
His last at bat, rather. Sorry. Sitting right next to the PA announcer. Doing my best to talk around him so he can get his thoughts out. As Martinez in a 1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. And he fits it to left foul. The 1-1 pitch. Outside. So Martinez works ahead to a 2-1 count. He's got a runner over at first with 1 out here in this tie ball game. 11 all. And that does not catch the corner. It looked real close. 3-1. Game 1 of today's action, the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. And this is a hot one right here, and what looked like it was going to be a Knights just kind of jogging to victory type game. And he walked him. So Martinez gets on, and DeAngeli moves up to second. This one's kind of starting out like the last inning did.
Third baseman number 3, Noah DeLuca.
If the Cardinals can somehow take the lead in this inning, I'm telling you, it's going to be one of the most bonkers games I've ever covered. It already is to an extent with that 9-run fifth. Here we go. The pitch inside for a strike on the corner. DeLuca steps out, steps back in. Kind of hugs the plate a little bit as he lines up, takes his stance right there on the corner just about. And there's one up to short, fires to second, gets the lead runner, or the runner from first rather, and a force out there at second. And Martinez is going to have a seat with the second out. DeLuca's going to reach on a fielder's choice.
Second baseman number 5, Christian Figueroa.
And DeAngeli's going to move up to third. And in steps Christian Figueroa. Looking to drive that run home. Cardinals. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. And in what's been an insane game as it is, it just got crazier. So Joey Galloway balks, and Tony DeAngeli trots home. And ladies and gentlemen, the Cardinals have the lead now, 12-11. Wow. DeLuca moves up to second. Figueroa digs in. 2 outs. Galloway looks back, second. Comes home with it. And in the dirt for a ball. Well, if you're looking for insanity, you found it. Game 1 of the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 tournament on this hazy Friday afternoon. There's a strike to Chris Figueroa. 1-1 count. Skipjacks are here. They just rolled up. They're sitting in the on the home side stands over there, as they'll be taking on Frederick after this game. Chesapeake arriving today by via the victory on Tuesday and the play-in day this past Tuesday. Same thing with Catonsville. Chesapeake plays into the number 4 seed against, of course, Frederick's the number 1 seed coming into it. And that's coming up after this one. Once this one's sussed out, here's the pitch, and there's another foul. 2-2 count. And Galloway fires home, swing and a miss to get him out of the inning, but not before surrendering a run on the balk. Cardinals lead 12-11. We head to the bottom of the 6th, and I'll be right back.
Catonsville with a run in the 6th without benefit of a base hit. 5.5. Catonsville 12. Essex 11.
I'm just going to tweet my scorecard for this crazy inning. So it's like, it's just, I don't know, it's just nuts. It's like almost everybody scored in that inning. But I want to tag both teams as well. So. Oh, Jimmy, yeah. I'm sorry, I got all busy, like, starting, trying to get everything right in my head and all that stuff. So, yeah. Good to meet you. So Jackson couldn't quite keep that one fair. Wise decision, though, if you ask me. I mean, just because of the way this field plays, it is kind of a slower infield. Balls on the ground kind of die, so why not go for it, especially if you got some wheels. And Fuller looks in. 0-2 pitch. Fires home. That one drops outside. Ball 1. So I just tweeted out my scorecard from that wild 5th inning. If you guys want to check it out, go to Jimmy Flame 77, check it out. And that one bounces in the dirt. It catches a piece of the catcher and the umpire. But Calderon kind of wincing there. He kind of knelt over like he caught him somewhere. But the umpire comes out and giving him a few seconds to gather his wits and his. There we go. Good call by the umpire there. Giving the catcher a little bit of extra time. So Fuller fires home in the dirt. Calderon almost telegraphing that dirt pitch right there, because usually when a catcher spreads his legs wide like that, they're expecting something in the dirt so that they can really get in front of it. And he's done a good job all day not telegraphing it to batters, though, because if you notice, he's sort of like right there, right before the pitch. He doesn't give the batter too much time. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Manny Jackson has a seat here in the bottom of the 6th. And that brings Emmanuel Maldonado to the plate, his first plate appearance.
Baseman number 24, Emmanuel Maldonado.
If you recall, he came in as a pinch runner for Prieto, for Armando Prieto, and he stayed in the game at first base, and he looks at a ball. And his first pitch of the game, Fuller looking in, fires home, too high, 2-0. So with that strikeout of Manny Jackson, Fuller records his first K of the game. Cardinals lead 12-11. And I cannot stress enough how wild that fifth inning was. And again, go on over to my Twitter if you want to see the scorecard as I tried to keep up. You can see it at Jimmy Flame 77. I also tagged both teams playing here today, so you can follow their Twitters as well. Both Essex and Catonsville. Both CCBC campuses. Fuller comes home, foul straight back. Full count to Emmanuel Maldonado. And he gets one on the ground. Chopper to second. Handles it nicely, fires over to first for the out. 2 outs, 2 up, 2 down.
Center fielder number 3, Liam Bowers.
Oh, yeah, I just got followed by CCBC Catonsville. Bam. I'll just check it out to Twitter again real quick. Gotta love it when one of the teams you're calling follows you on Twitter. I wear that as a badge of honor. And Cardinals lead 12-11. There's a pitch high and outside to Liam Bowers. Reached on a walk and another walk and another walk. And if you're counting, that's 3. 2-0. Trying to work himself into another walk here. It looks like someone slipped right behind me. We're having a good time up here, and he lets that one get away. The fastball soars all the way back to the edge of the backstop. 3-0. Bowers definitely showing some patience at the dish today. It's a 3-0 pitch as he looks at all the way. I mean, he just left the bat on his shoulder. He had no desire to swing at that one. 3-1 count. And here's the pitch. Fires outside. That's a walk. And have yourself a day, Bowers. I mean, that's the fourth walk today. Eric Elliott steps in. Right now? You're thinking about it? So our scoreboard guy is feeling a long ball here, and there's a foul to the left. I hope he's not right. Actually, I'm not supposed to be biased, right? I'm technically neutral because I'm still wearing my Dundalk Lions outfit. So, and they're not. I mean, they got booted. Last Tuesday they lost out last Tuesday, which is crazy. There was a inside the park grand slam, by the way, in that game, and the runner goes. He's in there with a stolen base. Bowers showing some speed here as well. Elliott digs back in. A 1-1 pitch coming up. Here comes the pitch, and he hits it on the ground. Foul. 1-2 to Eric Elliott. Fuller's definitely slowed this game down for the Cardinals ever since he's arrived. And speaking of Cardinals pitchers, the bullpen there's some throwers in the bullpen again. And that one sails on him outside. 2-2. Oh, man, I just got another whiff of those hamburgers and hot dogs. I'm trying to get some of that. The 2-2 pitch to Elliott, and he looks at that one. Ball 3, 3-2. Alvin Carella's on deck. Singled and scored in his last at bat. We'll see if Elliott gives him a chance to take a shot here. There's a foul. Staying alive in the count. Full count. Runner at second. 2 outs. The Knights find themselves trailing by 1 after having a 9-run lead. And this is tournament baseball for you. Looks like the field umpire's warning Fuller about some kind of movement that he. Oh, there's a. Oh, that is the first time I've seen that called. Gotcha. And that one goes outside for ball 4. And Elliott's going to reach on a walk. So we got runners at first and second. I've just been informed that there is a pitch clock here. And Fuller was being warned about taking too much time. And the skipper's going to come out. And, yeah, they might be pulling him. Fuller's put himself to one heck of an outing together. As Dan Blue heads out, takes the ball. And we do have a pitching substitution here. Let's see who this is coming in. But yeah, I was informed that there is a pitching clock here. It's a 20-second pitching clock, and that's
Pitching
what
change for
the umpire.
Catonsville now doing the pitching, number 2, Joe Alfonso.
So Joe Alfonso's in. I'll get some info on him in here in a second. So let me write his name down first. Joe Alfonso. There we go. I'll just kind of talk my way through this out loud. But, yeah, so the umpire was warning Fuller, Julian Fuller, about the 20-second pitch clock. So that's what was going on. I was wondering about all the warnings that were happening. But, yeah, so just confirmed that there is a 20-second pitch clock in act. Ocean Central High School. Did I say that right? Oh, he's not even laughing at me. I thought he was laughing because I mispronounced something again. I do that all the time, by the way. I get called out for it like almost every game, like mispronunciations, all that stuff. But at any rate, Joe Alfonso comes in, 13 appearances this year, 3-1 record, 1 save, 22 innings pitched. Thank you very much for that hot dog. 12 strikeouts and 8.18 clip on the ERA. And we'll see what he can do here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. The Knights threatening to tie it up again, perhaps even take the lead with 2 runners on and runners at first and second. And Alfonso looks back, fires home, catches the corner for a strike on Alvin Carella. That was a really good frame. Whoever said that. Nice frame there by Calderon. As Alfonso looks back, fires home. And it's too wide on that fastball. 1-1 count. Oh, yeah. I'm saying oh, yeah, because I got me a crispy hot dog here. I'm going to spray some mustard all over it. And he gets under that one. It's going to drop down for a base hit. Around third comes Bowers. He's going to score, and we got a tie ball game. 12 all. Carella with the 2-out knock. Bowers coming around from second to score.
Wascar Vincente Martinez.
Once again, we're in a new ball game. It's 12-12. It's Carella with a big single there. And 2 outs, we're back to the top of the order. As Wascar Vincente Martinez steps in. He's scored 3 times today already. Essex looking to take the lead there. He hits it to the gap, splits the outfielders. 1 run's going to score. As Elliott comes around, Carella holds up at third, and the Essex Knights have retaken the lead.
Shortstop number 11, LT Jimenez.
So Martinez moves up to second on a double, and Corella stays at third. Elliott scores. It brings LT Jimenez to the plate. And we got a little bit of a pause going on here as Jimenez visits the third base coach. Right? Get that mustard going on the hot dog here. Bam. And Jimenez digs in. Essex starting to put together an inning of their own. And he gets under that one. It's a long fly ball, deep left field. This one's gone. Holy, you know what? LT Jimenez got about 185% of that one. I'm just making that number up. But he whacked the living daylights out of that one. Monster shot. 16-12 Essex. I might have to tweet this scorecard too.
Second baseman number 14, Luis Marrero.
Right when I put mustard on my hot dog, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Boom. Marrero steps in. Inside. We got another crazy inning brewing here. And what's been just, ever since the fifth inning, has been an insane contest. And he gets under that one, foul. Floats that one in there for a strike. And if you're guessing, yes, I am eating a hot dog right now. Because it's baseball. 1-2 pitch. Laces that one foul. Marrero 3 for 3 in this one so far with a walk. 3 doubles. And this might be another one right there as he splits the outfield again. And he turns. Nope, he's going to hold up. Go back to first. So there's a single for Marrero. An incredibly loud single.
Designated hitter number 34, Mitchell Haywood.
And all the action you've seen this inning has come on 2 outs. This is just, oh my gosh, it's mind-boggling. This game is turning into one of the craziest things I've ever seen. And just like that, the skipper is going to come out and pull Joe Alfonso, who just can't get it done right now. And the Knights bench is fired up. I mean, I would be too. I mean, either side, both the Cardinals and the Knights. I mean, they've both put together some crazy innings. And this is tournament baseball all the way. You start out smooth, and then you just start lighting it up. It's exactly what's happening here today in Game 1 of the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 baseball tournament. What'd you say you're going to Uber Eats if they – there you go. All right, you heard that. Pizza for everyone if the Cardinals can somehow win this one. You know, squeak out a win here. But we'll see. I mean, they did work back to tie it. They were down 11-2. Tied it in the 5th. took a lead, and now, just like that, the Knights are back on top, 16-12. With some timely hitting, a majestic home run. We've seen just about everything you could possibly see in this game. I think the only thing we haven't seen is a triple play. And watch, that's going to happen. Just because that's how baseball works, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. All right, here we go. In steps Mitchell Haywood, and he fires a ball.
Pitching for Catonsville, number 9, Austin Galda. At the plate, number 34, designated hitter Mitchell Haywood.
So Austin Galda is pitching for Catonsville now. The righty from Brooksville, Florida, went to Hernando High School. There's the pitch. Gets a little piece of it foul. Galda is 0-1 on the season. Just 10 innings pitched, 2 saves in 9 appearances, a 13.5 ERA with 4 strikeouts. He is a sophomore. And a pitch inside. Galda looks to Calderon for the sign. And he gets it. Swing, tapper, foul.
Oh.
And we're back, top 7. Cardinals trailing the Knights 16-12.
Number 1, Orlando Perez Jr.
Orlando Perez Jr. steps in to take his hacks. Here's the pitch. Fastball inside and low for a ball. 1-0. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Joey Galloway stays in the game pitching for the Knights. He's enjoying a 4-run lead right now. The Knights 16 runs on 13 hits. And that one's low and outside. 2-1. Orlando Perez Jr. takes a swing, and that's a foul. Pushes that one to 2-2. I had a little gnat crawling on me. Top of the order coming up. Roman March, there's a fly ball to right. Easy catch. 1 out. Speaking of top of the order, we're there. We've arrived. Roman March
Top of the order, left
steps to the plate.
29, Roman March.
March scored twice in that wild 5th inning. Prior to that, he didn't even have a hit. But the bats really woke up for the Cardinals. And ever since, they've been on a tear. 1-0. Fires, and he laces it down the left field line, foul. Joey Galloway from Frederick, Maryland, went to Urbana High School, and he fires it in, swing and a miss. The 6-foot freshman's really putting himself together a fine appearance here today. As he oh my gosh, catches March on the hands, and he's trotting down to first. Let's see what the call is. So he's going to first, and looks like the umpires are going to get together and discuss this one to see if whether the ball hit the end of the bat or what. I think that's what they're discussing. Yep, so it did hit his hand. March reaches on a hit by pitch, and that brings Angelo Ramirez to the plate. Yeah, that definitely sounded like skin. The way the ball sounded hitting, you know. Oh, umpire's just coming back here to retrieve a ball. I thought he had an important message for us. I'm waiting.
Center fielder.
I'm like, oh, this is great. What's up?
Ramirez.
All right, so we got right. We get special privileges up here in the booth. Angelo Ramirez steps in. Got a runner on first with 1 out, and he looks at a ball. Game 2 today coming up. Frederick and Chesapeake. And what's promising to be the runner goes, fires, he's safe. So Roman March with the steal, showing off some wheels there. 2-0 count. Ramirez digs in. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-0. And that steal by Roman March is pretty huge, putting himself in scoring position here with 1 out. As we're getting pretty deep in this one. And every run counts. Here's the pitch. Outside. He walked him. So Ramirez is on with another walk today.
Right fielder number 8, Alex.
His
Elliott.
third. Alex Elliott steps in. And we're going to have a mound visit here. The bullpen is busy. You don't think he's coming out? Just a little pep talk? Yeah. So the skipper's out here having a little bit of a discussion. It's Sean O'Connor, the head coach for CCBC Essex. Essex 22-15-1 overall in the season. coming into this tournament as a number 2 seed. Catonsville, of course, arriving here via the play-in from Tuesday, in a wild Tuesday, which featured a inside the park grand slam in the Dundalk game. And here we go. Elliott steps in, has got runners at first and second with 1 out. They trail by 4. He gets under that one for a foul. I got excited for nothing there. 0-1 to Alex Elliott. Three singles and a strikeout. He scored a run as well. Here's the pitch. Gets under that one. Doesn't quite find it. Strike 2. Here, the top of the 7th. If you're just tuned in, the Catonsville Cardinals are the visiting team by seed in this opening game of the tournament. Gets under that one. Oh, man, foul. I mean, we've seen some bombs today, and some of them of the foul variety, and that's one of them. Count remains 1-2. Galloway looks back, and he fires home. Misses. 2-2. Both runners in scoring position. Here comes the pitch. Fires home, and does he check it? Check to swing. Full count to Alex Elliott. And Galloway needs a pitch here. And on the other hand, Elliott needs a hit. And there he goes. He gets under one. Fly ball, center field. Right fielder coming in. Makes the catch. Runner tags. And we're going to score a run here. There we go. It's now 16-13. As Roman March scores on the tag there.
Designated hitter number 25, Tony DeAngeli.
Elliott records the second out. Or he is the second out, rather. And Tony DeAngeli steps in to DH. He's scored twice today already. Hits it on the ground. Scooped up by the shortstop. Fires to first. And he retires the side there. But not before the Cardinals can put up one more here. It's a tight ball game. Essex 16, Catonsville 13.
Essex 16, Catonsville 13.
We'll be right back.
For Essex in the 7th, catcher number 13, Manny Jackson.
Bottom of the 7th. Manny Jackson steps in. Essex leads 16-13 in what was once a blowout of a ball game, but the Cardinals have fought their way back into it, even tying it. And now they trail just by 3. And just a crazy get. There's one on the ground to second. Picks it up with ease, fires to first for out number 1. And Emmanuel Maldonado steps in. Again, he pinch ran for Armando Prieto a couple of innings back, and he's been in the game ever since. Ground out in his last at bat, and he looks at a ball to the outside. Liam Bowers is on deck. Liam Bowers in the last inning got the party started with a walk. And what looked like it was going to be a pretty quick 1-2-3 inning with Bowers' walk really woke up the Essex Knights bats, and they would go on to score 5. Hence the 16-13 lead. Bottom 7, 1 out. Here comes the pitch. And it's in there for a strike, 3-1. Fires home, and he gets all of that one. I don't even have to talk this one back. This ball is busy gone. Wow. Emmanuel Maldonado with a moon shot. Extends the lead.
With a home run, center fielder number 3, Liam Bowers.
It's 17-13 Knights. And, I mean, what is in the air today? That brings Liam Bowers to the plate, and the umpires are having a little meeting. See what this is all about. Maybe they're discussing the exit velo on that one. Right. Or they could have been, waiting for a photo, for sure. Oh, they're checking him for substances? Really? Okay, it looks like everything is good out there. They're checking. I'm almost speechless. And being speechless is, he gets under that one. To the gap. It's back. Way back. It's gone. Back-to-back home runs for the Essex Knights. And Liam Bowers takes the trot. If you want to wake up your dugout, that's one way to do it. Back-to-back home runs.
Fielder number 29, Eric Elliott.
And it's 18-13 Knights. Eric Elliott, who's already gone yard earlier, perhaps looking to go back-to-back here with just one out. And in an abundance of caution, the Cardinals are going to check second, and the umpire says, nope, safe. Just double checking to see if Bowers actually touched second on his trot around the bases. Here comes the pitch. High. 2-0. To Elliott. Austin Galda fires home outside. 3-0. Don't be surprised if Elliott has the green light here with a 5-run lead and a hot bat. And he loses him outside with 4 pitches. So Elliott trots down the first with a walk.
Third baseman number 2, Alvin Corella.
And it brings Alvin Corella to the plate, who scored twice today. He's 2 for 3. 2 singles. And he also, way back in the first, flew out to the, oh, there's a drive to the gap. It's going to drop. Elliott around second. He's rounding third. He's going to come home and score the 19th run for the Essex Knights. And Corella gets into second with a double. Wow. Talk about a turn of events.
Left fielder number 10, Huáscar Vicente Martinez.
You want to talk about a seesaw battle. I mean, we got one going on right now. It's 19-13. Essex back to the top of the order again. Huáscar Vicente Martinez, who scored 4 times today. And Galda looks back, comes in, a little tapper right back to the pitcher, and he walks it over to first. The underhand throw for the second out.
Shortstop number 11, L.T. Jimenez.
That's a 1-3 ground out there. And L.T. Jimenez comes to the plate. Galda fires home. Strike 1. Bottom 7, 2 outs. And he gets around that one. It's foul. Does not look like, oh, man. First baseman was hustling over to get that one. Tomas Martinez not giving up on the play, but well foul nevertheless. As Jimenez steps out. Corella at third. Here comes, oh, he drops it in there. It's a base hit and another run's going to score. As Jimenez thought about second, but he's going to hold up there at first with a RBI single.
Second baseman number 14, Luis Marrero.
And the carousel is on. Luis Marrero steps in. (20-13). Wow. 33 runs scored in this one, ladies and gentlemen. Keep in mind, the comment section is open on the YouTube feed. There's a ground ball to third, fires to second to finally put an end to the inning. But not before the Essex Knights put up 4 more. It's a 20-13 ball game. Cardinals coming up, top of the 8th. We'll be right back.
Four runs across for Essex in the 7th.
Girlfriend's watching the game right now. She's dogging on me. She's an
Pitching change, everybody. Number 7, gotcha. 20 to 13. And here's a pitch. Fires it in there, strike. And it looks like the Frederick team has just showed up. They're sitting over there on the benches or in the stands over on the home team side. They're all decked out in green and drops in a filthy curveball. Strike 3.
7, Tomas Martinez.
Almost couldn't get the description out on that one. That was so dirty. Tomas Martinez steps in. He struck out twice today. Reached on an error. He scored a run. And he swings and gets a piece of it. There's the pitch outside. 1-1. Martinez takes a chop foul. You know, the trees over there. I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but I really like the trees surrounding the entire ball field here. It's pretty cool. My first time at Catonsville. Not at Catonsville in general, but at this ballpark.
Before the game started, I said I wanted some more.
I've been to Bill's Music House plenty of times here in Catonsville. Figured I'd give them a shout out here. An unsolicited shout out to one of my favorite music stores in Maryland. But that's right here in Catonsville. That's why, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of the area. But my first time here at this ballpark, and there's a ground ball, and, picked up by the shortstop. He fires to first, not in time. And Martinez is on with an infield single. It's going to bring Noah DeLuca to the plate.
Third baseman number 3, Noah DeLuca.
1 out, 1 runner on. Noah DeLuca here to take his hacks. Danny Padilla fires home for a ball. 1-0 count. Padilla looks in, working really quickly here. And there's a pop fly ball to the gap. Center fielder backing up on the track, makes the catch. Out number 2. A very loud out number 2.
Second baseman number 5, Christian Figueroa.
If he pulled that, that was gone.
I agree. Yeah, if he pulls that, it's, yeah. Yep, just a tad behind on that one, but he drove it in a day that, you know, the ball's just been flying all over the place. Very lively today. And there's a fly ball to right field. Right fielder charging in, and he gets under it to make the catch to retire the side. So Figueroa is going to have a seat along with the Cardinals.
No runs, a base hit, 1 left.
No runs, a base hit. It's 20-13. Knights will be back in a couple of seconds or minutes. My brain is going crazy. It's been such a wild ball game. We'll be right back.
It might be brutal, yeah. I have a feeling. It'd be nice to watch Frederick lose.
Right, for once. Especially, you know, the first game of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Pitching change for Catonsville, now doing the pitching number 4, Travis Fullerton.
He recovers, fires the first, but not in time. So Haywood is on.
Catcher number 13, Manny Jackson.
That brings Manny Jackson to the plate, who struck out, got a walk, and a double. Scored twice as well. And this wild ball game, squares the bunt, gets it down, third base side, scooped up by the third baseman, fires the first, cut off. So what was supposed to be a designed sacrifice turns into runners at first and second. And we're going to have a pinch runner as Haywood comes out of this one after reaching second. And we got a meeting at the mound as the skipper comes out, talking to everybody. As soon as I find out who's pinch running.
Running at second base for Essex, number 9, Logan Leisure.
And right on time, Logan Leisure takes over. And the chatter's kind of definitely been tamed on both sides here, as the Knights perhaps just looking to the next game as they lead this one by 7 late. Bottom of the 8th. And the Cardinals just trying to get out of this inning unscathed and hopefully put on a show in the 9th. He turns the bunt, and it's foul. It's Emmanuel Maldonado, who's put himself together quite a game since coming in place of Armando Prieto. Scoring a run. Turns the bunt already, and the first baseman's in deep. Catcher scoops it up, fires the first. Ooh, dragged the player off the bag, but he was able to, got it there in time, nevertheless, with enough time to get the out. So Emmanuel Maldonado has a seat with the first out of the inning. But everyone else moves up. So Jackson's at second.
Bowers.
Haywood moves up to third. Leisure moves up to third. Of course, Mitchell Haywood was responsible for getting on at first, and then he was then the pinch runner, Logan Leisure, came in to relieve him. And there's a high fastball to Liam Bowers. Scored 3 times today. Seems like he walks every time he comes up. No, it's because he has. Here's the pitch. Gets under that one, foul. Falls to 0-2. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Of the opening game today of the 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament. Again, Catonsville, despite playing here on their home field, are the visitors as they earn the right to be here on Tuesday. But because they're the lower seed, the number 3 seed, to Essex, who is the number 2 seed, the Cardinals are the away team. So they'll be batting in the top of the 9th. It'll be do or die for them, the top of the 9th. And right here they can just hope to contain Essex. And there's a strike. 3. Oh, no.
Right fielder number 29,
oh, yeah,
Eric Elliott.
It's a third. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm reading Essex. I'm reading the wrong scorecard. That's funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 6th of the game, the first looking. Just to clear up the strikeout count there. And he looks at one outside for a ball. So that's the first strikeout looking on the day for either team. Bowers has a seat, and Eric Elliott comes to the plate looking to do some damage here with runners at second and third and 2 outs. And there's a floating curve. Oh, my God. That one hung in there. I bet you Elliott wants that one back so he can send it for a ride, because that's a pitch. Here's the 1-1 pitch swing. Gets a little piece of it. Foul tip strike. 1-2. And the sun's starting to come out a little bit. I can feel it. On this otherwise hazy day, still a lot of gray cloud coverage here. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Cardinals get out of the inning. Bend don't break. We go to the 9th.
Essex in the 8th. 8 complete. Essex 20, Catonsville 13.
It's do or die for the Cardinals here in the top of the 9th. 20-13, they trail. I'll be right back. Hey now, heads up. Baseball hitting something up there. We head to the top of the 9th here. The Cardinals trailing the Knights 13-20. It's do or die for Catonsville.
In the 9th for Catonsville, shortstop number 1, Orlando Perez Jr.
Now, just as a reminder to those watching out there that this is a double elimination, correct? 2 losses? Yeah. So it's not the end of the world if they can't put up 7 or 8 runs here. They'll still be in it, but just, with their backs against the wall. But you can be certain. Oh, he gets under that one into the gap. Center fielder merges in, gets there quickly to make the catch.
Top of the order, left fielder number 29, Roman March.
So Orlando Perez Jr. flies out to start the 9th. And Roman March, back to the top of the order, steps in. It's another hit by pitch. The pitcher's thrown a little wild today.
Center fielder number 27, Angelo Ramirez.
Like to the point where I got to go back and count like how many HBPs I've registered in my scorecard. It's been a lot. It's been a lot of heavy hitting too. Kind of a crazy game all around. Like I said before, we've seen just about everything but a triple play today. And it doesn't appear we're going to see one. Maybe in that next game between the Skipjacks and Frederick, which is coming up right after this. So stay in there. Stay tuned with us, rather. 1-0 pitch. Runner on first. Fires over to first. He gets back. And this is definitely one of the craziest scorecards I've ever allowed. Nevertheless, enjoying a comfortable 7-point lead. But I don't know how comfortable they can be because earlier they had a 9-point lead, lost that. The game, the Cardinals tied the game in the 5th with a wild 5th, putting up 9 runs in the 5th after just scoring twice in the 2 innings prior. And then ever since, they've put up 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, And it just takes a spark. And that's where, there's a fastball, does not catch the corner. 3-0 to Ramirez. But it just takes a spark, and Ramirez is looking that one all the way in. 3-1. Good take there anyway. It was a little bit high. Not necessarily when you want a ball you want to drive. And he takes that one for ball 4. So we got runners at first and second with one out.
Number 8, Alex Elliott.
And here comes Alex Elliott, who flew out to right in his last at bat. He has scored a run. That coming back in that crazy 5th I was just talking about. And we've got a mound visit. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
Pitching change for Essex, now doing the pitching number 4, Jacob Murgatroyd.
Number 4 is coming in, so Padilla's out. And so number 4, Jacob Murgatroyd, comes in. He's a righty from Spring City, Pennsylvania, Springford High School. 6'1" freshman. He's got 4 appearances this season. This will be his 5th. 4 2/3 innings pitched. 6 strikeouts. No wins and a loss. But he's looking to close this one out here as he inherits one out here in the top of the 9th. Cardinals trying to make it interesting. But again, this is a double elimination tournament. So if the Cardinals cannot come back, they're still in it. But they'll have to play. They'll be moved down to a Saturday game, the 1 o'clock Saturday game. It looks like anyway. Yeah, that's the loser game right there. Give him that as Emmanuel Maldonado just hustled, stayed with it, but just couldn't quite get to it. It was close, though. Made it really interesting. Elliott looking down at a 0-2 count now with runners at first and second. Here comes the pitch. And he gets under it again, but not a whole lot. Foul. 0-2. Count remains. Tony DeAngeli is on deck, followed by Lexi's Calderon, who was one of the big heroes back in the 5th with that just absolutely crushed shot. And he gets under this one. Long fly ball. Back, it's gone! Are you kidding me? Another home run today. And just when I was talking about home runs, Alex Elliott goes yard, and the Cardinals are right back in it. They trail by 4 after that monster shot by Alex Elliott. Yeah, you just said in the background, this game ain't never going to end. I don't doubt it at this point. 20-16.
25, Tony DeAngeli.
Are you kidding me? Well, if you're a fan of the long ball, you're loving this one. Because this game is just officially out of control. Tony DeAngeli steps in, who's capable of going long himself. Oh, wait, we got a pinch. We do have a pinch hitter. Hold on a second. As he looks at a Ball inside. Pete Howe is the pinch hitter. And he swings, takes a healthy cut at that one. The 225-pound, 5'10" lefty from Florida, from Maitland, Florida, went to Lake Howell High School. Hitting .310 on the season in 40 games played. 2 big home runs, 22 ribbies, and he's scored 14 times. Got a couple stolen bases, too, with 3. So we'll see if any of that matters here as he gets under one. This ball is crushed. Gone. You've got to be kidding me. A pinch hit, home run by Pete Howe. You got to be kidding me. How many times have I said that today? You've got to be kidding me. 20-17. Essex still leads, but the Cardinals are right back into the top of the ninth fighting.
Comeback in progress, about 80% loaded.
Right.
Catcher number 20, Lexis Calderon.
I don't even know how I'm going to explain this one to everybody later. But Pete Howe just went yard. It's a 20-17 ball game with about a zillion home runs. And here's a pitch that drops in there too low for a ball. As Lexis Calderon, who's more than capable of crushing one, gets under one right here. Nope. I spoke too soon. Pops it. Catcher's under it. Out number 2.
Just like that, we have 2 outs.
Yep, and just like that, 2 outs with Tomas Martinez coming to the plate.
First baseman number 7, Tomas Martinez.
Noah DeLuca on deck, so if Martinez can keep this train going, DeLuca will get a shot. And this place is getting loud now as people are starting to trickle in. I mean, it's been a pretty good crowd all day long. Still quite a few seats left. If you want to come on down and check it out, we got Frederick and Chesapeake next in game 2. And a big swing and a miss. Strike 2. So the Cardinals down to their final strike. Again, not the end of the world, but they definitely don't want to go into tomorrow down 1. And there's one in the dirt. Nice stop by Jackson back there. Jackson's put himself together a pretty solid outing behind the plate as a catcher. Essex trying to close this one out. Cardinals trying to stay alive. The pitch, swing, gets a piece of it. One ball, 2 strikes to Tomas Martinez. What an exciting opener today. The 2022 NJCAA Region 20 Baseball Tournament, and he misses. Wow, that was real close. I don't know if I could have held up on that one. I might have taken a hack at that. Right. Wow. 2-2, 2 outs. Swing, gets under it, pops it up. Too far back for anyone to get to. And behind us near the grill back there where all those delicious hot dogs came from. I got a little foil ball going here now. So we're going to come back and do this again, 2-2. And an unbelievable, just absolutely bonkers game that's seen almost 40 hits. 6 to be exact. Just craziness. 37 runs. That one's too low. Works to count full. So Tomas Martinez, exactly, staying alive. Full count. Loser plays tomorrow. swing and a miss. The Essex Knights, despite having two enormous leads in this game, barely hold on.
Gentlemen, that is the end
Right?
of our first game of the final score. CCBC Essex 20, CCBC Catonsville 17. Essex moves into tomorrow's game at 10 a.m. Catonsville will play tomorrow at 1. Our second game featuring the number 1 seed Frederick and the number 4 seed Chesapeake will begin shortly. If you're leaving us now, we thank you for coming and wish you a pleasant good evening and a safe drive home. If you're sticking around, we will see you shortly for our second game this afternoon.
So if you picked up on that, Essex advances in the tourney tomorrow at 10 a.m. So they got the 10 a.m. slot tomorrow with the victory today. And the Cardinals, the Catonsville Cardinals, though they're still in the tournament, they get the loser game.
4 p.m. start.
And I'll get to that here in a second. But so Catonsville moves to tomorrow, the loser bracket tomorrow. 1 o'clock start time on that. And the loser of the next game between Frederick and Chesapeake determines who faces them tomorrow. And then, of course, whoever faces Essex. So, game one. I mean, words can almost like not describe what happened today. 20-17, Essex over